Children, we move on with the next sum, which is on brokerage based. But this time, I'm not going to sell off my car, as I gave you an illustration in the previous example only. I'm selling off my car. Now this time I am purchasing from some other person. So this time I'm a purchaser, right? So let's keep the figure same. The opponent person sold the car for rupees 2 lakh. But in purchasing that particular car, I had a mediator, an agent, a broker. He said, I'm going to take 5%. So now, how much the car will cost to me? 2 lakh rupees is the resale value. The broker is going to get 10,000 from my side. So the car is going to cost me rupees 2,10,000. Right? So broker will get brokerage from both the sides, seller also, buyer also. We are least interested in what broker is getting. We are interested in our concept of what? When we sell a particular item, we have to subtract brokerage. As in the previous case, 2 lakh minus 10,000. So I received 1,90,000 net. Now in this case, I am a purchaser, I am a buyer. So I have to pay brokerage. So 2 lakh plus 10,000. 2,10,000 is the net price for me. So what is the central idea? Moral of the story. Whenever we sell, we subtract brokerage. Whenever we buy, we add brokerage. Keep this in mind. Sell, subtract. Buy, add. Same concept goes in shares and dividend. When we sell off shares, we will get market value minus brokerage minus GST in our hand. When we buy, on selling, market value minus brokerage minus GST. On purchasing, market value plus brokerage plus GST. That is the net cost for me for one share. Right? Keep this in mind. Purchase plus sell minus. Okay, we move on to this question. Devang purchased 200 shares of face value rupees 50. So let's jot down step by step. Let's jot down step by step. Number of shares is 200. Face value 50. So face value is 50. At a premium of rupees 100. Face value 50, premium is 100. What is market value? Market value is 50 being the face value, 100 being the premium. 50 plus 100, market value is 150 rupees, children. Face value 50, market value 150, premium of 100. He received 50% dividend on the shares. After receiving the dividend, he sold 100 shares. But before that, shall we calculate the amount invested by Mr. Devang? Shall we calculate the amount invested? What is the amount invested? The amount invested is number of shares 200 into the market value of one share. Right? He received 50% of dividend on the shares. After receiving the dividend, he sold 100 shares at discount of rupees 10. Let me read the question. And the remaining shares were sold at a premium of rupees 75. For each trade, mind you, when we say trade, that means buying and selling should have happened. Getting dividend is not a trade. Getting dividend is not regarded as a trade. Trade means on purchasing or on selling. If you purchase a share or shares, you are doing a trade. If you sell share or shares, you are doing a trade. So on every trade, for each trade, he pays brokerage of net rupees 20. So there is no brokerage percentage or GST acting. Totally different kind than the previous one. There is no net percentage brokerage and GST on brokerage. Direct trade of rupees 20, net brokerage. Find whether Devang gained or incurred loss. If so, by how much? Whether he incurred profit, what is the profit, whether incurred loss, what is the loss. Step by step is what we go. We would like to know what is the dividend received. We would like to know what is the dividend received. Simultaneously, we should know what is the amount invested in purchasing 200 shares. So shall I say amount invested is nothing but market value of one share 150 into number of shares is 200. Answer is 15 into 2 30, thereafter 3 zeros. Rupees 15 into 2 30, thereafter 3 zeros. 30,000 is the amount invested. But trade has done, he has purchased. Since he has purchased, trade has been done. On every trade there is a brokerage of 20. Brokerage is rupees 20. Therefore net amount invested is 30,020 rupees. 30,020 rupees. Net brokerage 30,020 rupees. Right? Now what? Now it is that net investment is 30,020. We would like to calculate the dividend. How much is the dividend? The dividend is 50%. So let's calculate total dividend. And if you want to write down the dividend percentage, you can write down the dividend percentage also. Total dividend. What is the dividend? Total dividend. Number of shares into face value into dividend percent. How much is the number of shares? Number of shares. How many number of shares? 200. Face value. What is the face value? 50. What is the dividend? Dividend is 50%. 50%. Dividend is 50%. Number of shares? 200. Face value? 50. Dividend is 50%. Dividend is 50%. So, how much is the answer? 5 5s are 25 2s are 50, 5,000. That's dividend. So, he receives dividend. Worth 5,000. So, let's mark down this as your first answer. Dividend received is 5,000. What is the net amount invested? The net amount invested is 30,020 rupees. Net amount invested is 30,020 rupees. Dividend is rupees 5,000. What next? After receiving the dividend, he sold 100 shares. So we got the dividend. Now he is selling off 100 shares at a discount of rupees 10. So number of shares sold. Now number of shares sold is 100. What is the market value of one share at a discount of 10? So face value is 50 minus 10, answer is 40. So the market value of one share while selling 100 shares, 40. So amount received in selling 100 shares is 100 into 40, rupees 4,000. 100 into 40, rupees 4,000. Sold, trade exists. Brokerage, rupees 20. Children, this time he is not purchasing. This time he is selling. On purchasing, we add brokerage. On selling, we will subtract brokerage. So what is the net amount received? Net amount received after selling of 100 shares is 4,000 minus 20, 3,980 rupees. This is the amount received on selling. on selling 100 shares. Further, after receiving the dividend, he sold 100 shares at a discount of 10. We are done till here. And the remaining shares, so how many now are remaining? 200 minus 100 gone. 100 more. Remaining were sold at a premium of rupees 75. Right? So let's write down with a different marker. Now, number of shares sold remaining are 200 minus 100, 100. But this time, the market value of one share, how much is that market value, children? Sold at a premium of 75. So 50 is the face value, 75 is the premium. So market value is 125 rupees. Market value for one share is 125 rupees. How many shares is he selling? 100. Therefore, amount received on selling that 100 shares is 125. Number of shares 100 into market value 125. How much is it? 12,500. Once again, trade has taken place. What will come? Brokerage. Brokerage on every trade is rupees 20. Since sell has taken place, so minus amount received. Amount received is 12,500 minus 20, 12,480 rupees. 12,480 rupees. For each trade, rupees 20 is the transaction. Find whether Devang gained or incurred loss, and if so, how much. So how much did he invested? He invested 30,020. How much is he on the receiving end? He is on the receiving end 3,980. 2, let me highlight this also. Amount received, so it is 12,480. So 1, I'm just writing it for your understanding. 1, 2, and same time the dividend also he got it, but natural. We'll calculate the dividend because that is what he received. So the net amount received is 12,480 plus 3,980 plus 5,000, that is 1, 2 and 3. When you sum it up, you get total as 21,460 rupees. When you sum it up, you get total as 21,460. So after all the transaction, first selling of 100, then selling of 100, first selling it at a discount, then selling at a premium, also received a dividend of 50%, he got 21,460. His actual investment was 30,020. What do you think so? Is he incurring any profit? No. So there is loss. Therefore, loss incurred by Devang. Loss incurred by Devang is 30,020 minus 21,460. On subtraction, you get 8,560 rupees. That's the loss. So what was there in this particular question? There were bifurcations of buying and selling. There was no brokerage percentage. There was brokerage in trade, right?